I think we should be good to go now. Everything working? Some technical difficulties there. I see that there are some levels happening now, so just let me know. All right, perfect. Great. All right, thanks everyone for tuning in tonight. I know it's a little late for some of you guys, especially in the US. So, anyway, I had a really busy day today, so I'm just now getting a chance to get to this. But I wanted to go ahead and get it done tonight because tomorrow is a holiday in the US, so don't plan on doing a whole lot at the moment. So, anyway, if you didn't notice, we finally have a brand URL now. It's now YouTube. Creek Drops is where you can find me. So anytime these giveaway streams are posted, you can go here, turn on your alerts. You'll be notified whenever I'm getting ready to go live. Hopefully I won't be doing any more 30-minute countdowns. This all kind of came together last minute. So anyway, let's go ahead and get into what happened this week in the Mooniverse. Starting off, I'm going to move my window here so I can keep things in. We're still growing exponentially on the Twitter side. We crossed over 6,000 followers this week, and we're now close to about 6,500. So this was a pretty big week for us on that front. We also dropped some new Moonies this week, some new Mooney Punks. We started the week off with this Tether Mooney Punk number 8. There will be a blend happening for this in a couple of weeks, so be ready for that. All you need is 20. And then we also dropped the Tether Mooney this week, so everybody seemed to like that. I felt this was a good week to do this. This was originally not the one that I was going to go with, but I decided to go ahead and release him a little early just because, we kind of had a shitty week in crypto last week, so this felt like a good way to get started. Good entry to the collection, a good time to do it. So We also did another collab this week, partnered up with the NFT Insider. He did a great, fantastic interview with me. I absolutely loved his interview style. The questions that he was asking, his professionalism, everything about it was just fantastic. So, and the article was great. So, if you haven't had a chance to go over there and check that out, he did an excellent job with it, and I was happy to release this special edition Mooney Punk, and then we also dropped the Timmy Mooney, which is actually what we're doing a giveaway in the stream for tonight. So, if you look below me, there's a URL. Go there, fill out that form, and you're entered to win the Timmy giveaway. So this guy was really fun to work on. It was a lot of work. There was a lot of rendering time involved. These hairs are no joke, but it was fun. I really enjoyed doing this, and I think we've probably made one of the most unique Moonies up to date at this point. So really enjoyed this. Starting out the week, we've got a new Mooney Punk going to be dropping tomorrow. I'm going to look at the chat and see, does anybody want to take a guess on who this guy is? If so, I might give you something. So, who wants to guess for us? Any takers? Hey, there you go. Bruh, don't touch me. Make sure you enter the giveaway, and go ahead and actually fill out the form one more time, and just put a memo next to your username. That's your YouTube username, and I will make sure that you get a couple of these Mooney Punks whenever they get ready to mint and go live. So anyway, that's basically a rundown of what happened last week in the Mooney side. On the Creek Drop side, we dropped a few new cards in the collection. We kicked things off with this utility card, this card that doesn't do anything other than spin. So obviously that didn't turn out to be the case. This ended up turning into just like a massive troll project, and I really enjoyed making this. I loved watching the community kind of like sweat it out on whether or not they should get this thing or not. Honestly, I've said before, like, buy NFTs because you appreciate the art and you appreciate the craftsmanship that goes into it, not just because it has utility, but utility is also an extra perk if you can get it. And then we also released a couple other cards. I did this Toasty utility. So far, I don't think there's really anything that I've done with this thing yet. But this was fun to make. I thought it was a nice little callback to the Toasty experiment that I did, a few weeks back with the Toasty burn. And this could do something down the road. So who knows? But again, this was a really fun one to make as well. And then a couple nights ago, we did this flipper trap, and don't pay more than 10 wax for this, guys. And again, you're not going to be penalized if you buy this thing off the secondary market. You're just letting the flippers win. But this experiment isn't working as I had intended to, or maybe it is. I don't know. But anyway, keep in mind there's going to be more of these dropping, and if you already know what the plan is here on the way that these are going to be dropping and rolling out. So keep that in mind if you're getting ready to pay like a good chunk of change for one of these cards. So and then last but not least, this is the Super Puff collab. This is actually the first collab that's been entered into the Creek Drops collection, and this one was really fun to work on. Puff pretty much came to us in the mod chat with this idea, and I really enjoyed putting this together. We dropped the first half of these earlier today. Puff was actually the one who did it. He released the link. He did a shitty gift giveaway in the Sneaky Drops channel, and then just dropped this right in the middle of everything. And so it was really fun watching all of that kind of come together and people realize what was happening. But yeah, this was great to work on, and I'm really excited that we had a chance to do it. So again, thank you, Puff, for helping me out with this. And he's actually sitting on the mint number 1 of this. So anyway, and yeah, if you bought this card, you're a big old dum-dum. So wanted to remind everybody, we have a Mooney Punk Timmy up for auction, and there's currently only one bid on it at 50 wax. I have not announced this yet. Reason being, I was just going to wait and do that later tonight. But if don't sleep on the auctions tab. This is kind of a lesson to you all. Like, there's a lot of stuff you can find on the auctions, and if there's a bid, from a creator standpoint, you can't cancel an auction once somebody has bid on it. So don't sleep on that. Go in there and get this mint number 1 Timmy. So anyway, I think that is really it insofar as things that happened this week. It was a lot. We released a lot of things. I do not think that this week is going to be nearly as chaotic. I don't have any collabs lined up. I think it's just going to be a straight up a Mooney week this week. We're going to do some Mooney punks and drop the actual Mooney itself. But I might have a couple other things in store. We'll just have to see what happens. So I'm going to check the chat real quick before we move on to actually doing the drawings. So let's see if there's any like questions or comments or anything that we want to get to. Let's see. Yeah, people yelling about my audio not working. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's really much going on in here. Again, if you have any questions or anything, just be sure to tag me in the chat. That will highlight it'll highlight my name. It'll let me know that you've got something that you are wanting. Autumn's Toys complimented the artwork. Thank you again, Autumn. That's great. Am I going to do anything with Immersus? Yes, I am planning on doing something with Immersus. So be ready for that. Let's see. Audio is solid. Handle like thank you very much. Yeah, no, I noticed that I wasn't getting any levels, but I thought maybe that could have been just a glitch. That's why I wanted to test it out. So, anyway, is there a form to fill out today? Yes, there is. If you look below my face here, there's a link. I stopped putting the links in the chat. I don't know if there's a I noticed the last giveaway stream we had a lot of entrants, but the number of viewers was significantly lower than the actual amount of people who were entering the giveaway. So I don't know if maybe there's some things that are like crawling these comments or whatever to just like automatically fill these out. I don't know. Maybe that's just me being paranoid, but I went ahead and just decided to put the link in the actual stream itself. So you're gonna have to work a little harder to get to it. But anyway, audio is okay. I look amazing. Oh, well, thank you. I don't feel like I look amazing, but great. Okay. Yeah. Creek is a bad man. Yeah, sure. All right, cool guys. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and get over to this giveaway. If you have any comments, questions, or anything you want me to get to after we get through with this, I'll stick around for a few minutes and then we'll close the stream out. So let's go ahead and get to this wheel spin. So we had 465 people that entered the Twitter giveaway that qualified for this. Yeah, it was a overwhelming response for the Timmy give for this bundle giveaway that I'm doing. We're giving away with this particular spin. We're doing a Timmy, a Professor Stuck, and then also a Tether. So it's 3 Moonies included in this package. So I've already shuffled these. It looks like the shuffling's not working out right now. Typically, if you have like over 500 or so, it does kind of screw up a little bit. So we're gonna go ahead and do a quick little spin here. And hopefully it's going to be one of you guys that wins it. So, all right, cool. So this person is the winner of the Mooney bundle that went live. This is the wheel spin. I'm going to go ahead and delete all these addresses out of here for the spin that I'm doing tonight. And oh, by the way, if you are here, you're not going to walk away empty-handed, even if you don't win anything. You are going to get this Timmy on the Moon promo image. I'm not going to mint a whole lot of those. Notice we didn't actually do a drop this time. I wanted to keep these a little bit more limited. So yeah, you'll be able to get one of these if you tuned in tonight. So let's see. I'm going to go ahead. We're up to about 60 people right now. I'm going to give people just a couple more minutes to come in. I'm going to head over to the chat and just see if there's anything that I need to get to before we actually do the spin. Give them just a couple more minutes to get in. We get a lot of people that come in late. So I spin wrong. What's wrong with the spin? Let's see. Okay, I am not seeing anything over here. So yeah, we have a fairly small crowd tonight. I think it's just because it's late. And Creek, you good man or bad man next week? Eris, I'm always sort of in a state of in between, I think. Chaotic neutral, I think is what they call it. Sergio's telling me to wake up now. No, I didn't just wake up. I've been up pretty much all day. Which NBA team am I rooting for? I don't watch basketball. I'm sorry. I'm not a really I know a very, very absurdly small amount about any kind of sports. So people are commenting space gel. Yeah, I threw some trick questions into the Twitter giveaway. I'm really trying to have these giveaways go to people that actually are engaging with the project. And I think most people who are, well versed in like the Discord community are familiar with the Cone of Shame. So that's why I threw that question in there. I'm a football man. Like, I don't completely dislike football. I be straight honest though. I don't tune in and watch football like on a weekly basis or anything. Like I typically will watch the Super Bowl and stuff, and it's usually more because it's like a social setting in that regard. So potassium is best mint. Someone saying I really outdid myself with the Timmy. It's as good as the Mookie. Yeah, no, I really had fun with that one. It was I came up with the concept and pitched it to NFT Insider. Originally, we were thinking about doing like a Timmy sculpt, like a completely different character, and not even really going the Mooney route. We were going to do that, and that's still something that's probably going to be on the table. But I just did not have time to do an actual straight up character sculpt on top of everything else that I was doing. So I said, hey, let's do a Timmy Mooney, and he loved the idea, and we went with it. So do I ever think about doing 3D models for the Mooney so they can be 3D printed? No, and there's a reason for that, because chances are we might do some physical figures at some point in time. Yeah, I think more than likely we'll probably go the physical route before we go that route. Somebody did start making like a Mooney out of Legos though in the Chum Chat earlier, which was really cool. I can't wait to see that thing finished. It's the Cone Zone in my server, always a party there. Yeah. So Puffed and several other communities are using the same Discord bot that I'm using. Like we have Creek bot, but it's all Stuck's bot. And I think whenever he rolls out these updates, they kind of roll across the the various communities as a whole. And so yeah, everybody sort of has some sort of implementation of the cone. I think by de facto it's the Cone of Shame, but it can really be whatever people want to call it. But we kind of stuck with the Cone of Shame, which is great. A Crypto Mooney. Let's see. Do a Creek and Crypto Mooney collab. A Creek to Crypto Mooney. So basically, do a collab with myself. Is that what you're saying, Gene? Yeah, no, that could work. That could get the Creek collection up to level 2. Now, the thing is, I'm really not in a mad hurry to get Creek Drops 21 level 2 because I paid an absurd amount of wax to get the Creek name, the wax name, I guess is what they're calling. I don't even know what the hell they're calling those things, but yeah, I paid like 6,000 wax to get my own custom wax name. And eventually, once Stuck gets his stuff figured out to where he can do that contract, I'm gonna try to pay him to set something similar up for me to where I can start migrating all of my content over to a new collection, which would be really awesome. How about a physical figure that matches to a 1-to-1 NFT? Maybe some point in time down the road that could happen. It's not going to happen with anything that's currently releasing, but if the physical figures ever come out, I would really like to have some sort of claim system where one of the things that I really love about Ethereum and the NFTs over on that specific space is you can have unlockable content. It's content that's hidden behind something that you can't actually see it until you purchase it. I would love for Wax to implement something very similar in this space, because if they did, there's all kinds of things we could do with that, like merch and all kinds of other cool things. So I could have an e-commerce site set up to where you could actually go and buy, or you buy merch, but if you get a specific mint or something like that, you might end up getting a redemption code or something where you get like a free t-shirt. So that would be something really cool. I would love to play around with, but we've just got to get that feature implemented into the wax scene. So Super Puffed is tired. Yes, I know your sleep schedule is fucked up like mine is. So anyway, yeah, we'll go ahead and get to the giveaway here. It looks like we've had a few more entrants. Looks like AMJ. Oh, that's another development. AMJ is currently now a part of the mod team. AMJ, if you are not familiar, he actually is the one member in our server who has the wax detective role. Yeah, he's great at what he does. If you guys are wondering, like who's finding all these shitty people that are, using one chum card and claiming like 5 or 10, very sneaky drops, especially when we have like a slower one like we had earlier today. AMJ is the one who's doing that, and he's doing a great job. And so I went ahead and made him a mod today. So not only is he going to be able to find you guys pretty soon, he can technically ban you as well. So if you're being shitty, don't. So, Wax Detective Mooney. Yeah, we could maybe do that at some point in time or another. We're going to do a cone Mooney for Eris. So, all right, let's go ahead and shuffle this up. We've got 65 people here. Who is walking away with the Timmy? .x R4. Who is that? I meant to grab your username. I just grab wax addresses instead. .x. That is Social Aliens account. Social Aliens, congratulations, man! You just you got you a mini excuse me, a Mooney Timmy. So anyway, yeah, we will get to those later on. I'm gonna switch it back to something a little bit more interesting for you guys while I get back to the chat. Do we have any other questions or anything before we hop off here? Detective and Cone of Fame is unique roles. Yeah, no, the Detective and Cone of Fame, there's only like one. I made these like cosmetic roles just for, they're just like little Easter eggs that you can find. Also, there's a lot of people have been asking about the Chummy Monkey Easter egg. There's a lot of people who have been wondering, why some people in the server have that. There's actually, if you go back into the Chum chat, there is a comment that is buried somewhere. I'm not going to say where or when it happened, but there is a comment that will let you react to it, and you can get the Chummy Monkey roll. So, how do we enter? Giveaway's already ended, buddy. Sorry. Lagging for you guys or just me? Yeah, if my internet's lagging out, I'm sorry. I live in Middle America and we don't have the best infrastructure, so. Hopefully my audio is still coming through and it's not just video that's lagging. I don't know. So anyway, well, we'll go ahead and wrap it up here. It sounds like my internet's giving some weird little issues. So again, thank you all for tuning in tonight. I know it was a little late. A Goku Mooney? No, not fucking with intellectual property. That's I think Fox. Well, I don't know. Let's see. No, that's Fox owned DBZ in the state. I think they owned Funimation at one point in time, if I'm not mistaken. Now Disney owns them. Rule number 1: don't fuck with Disney. So no, I won't be doing any Goku Moonies or anything. It would be kind of cool, but the hair for the Timmy Mooney kind of was inspired by that. So anyway, is it still lagging? I'll stick around for a few more minutes and answer more questions or just kind of respond to your feedback, but hopefully it's not. We'll see. Just waiting on the comments to load up. I'm on the ultra low latency too, and it's still, there's like about a 5-6 second lag, which is weird. I don't have the best infra. No, I do not. No, out where I live, it's like the internet's like my downstream is great. I get like 250, 300 down in most cases. The uplink is just absolutely atrocious. So anyway, all right. Well, guys, thank you again for tuning in. Looking forward to this next week. We are, it's not going to be as crazy and chaotic as this last week. I think I dropped again like 8-9 pieces this week. This week it's going to be much more limited. So, but anyway, and we are going to be doing a Mooney Punk blend tomorrow. I decided not to do it today because I was doing the collab though. Just be ready for that as well. That will drop, sometime early tomorrow